y'all. Top of the motherfucking morning, reporting live with your morning news, bodega motherfucking bands, and Chico over here with another episode of Keeping It a Band. What's the word? What's the word? This a new leak from your boy Bodega motherfucking bands called No Favors. Nigga, I ain't had no favors. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Henry, we starting off this morning feeling great. We feeling blessed. We feeling amazing. We got another podcast for these niggas. I know we came on a little late. We had some technical difficulties. We were setting up the real motherfucking mic for Bodega motherfucking bands. Shout out to Monroe and the good people over there at Rare Nôrm for setting up another podcast for us. Yo, Henry, how you feeling today, brother?
Yeah, man. Already blessed. We woke up today, right? That's all that
Yeah,
matters, and you're winning.
you already know, man. We woke up today, bro. We started off another day with a dub from the jump, you know. So Henry, dog, I'm happy that we here, bro. I needed this podcast this week. Um,
Why?
so
What's up?
listen, man, I took a break off of social media this week, man. I'm off all of it. I'm on my Instagram every here and there. Not really looking, man, just in case I got a message. But I've been taking a hiatus off of this social media, man. There's just way too much happening, bro.
That's good.
Like,
That's good. Man, that's very good that you take a break from social media. A lot of people these days think that their life is what they post on social media is a true reflection of their life and such. And not only that, but you just see a lot of negative posts, and you feel like you have to live up to a certain standard to make it seem like you got shit going for you.
yeah, yeah,
And
and social media, man, is just there's so many people with uneducated opinions, and although they're good people, it's a lot of good people with uneducated opinions about a whole range of topics, whether it's politics, whether it's relationships. I love being on it because I actually normally don't take none of that stuff too serious, but it's crazy just because this past weekend was just a wild weekend for the kid. And man, I had some Henny, and Henry, did I get to chirping on social media?
bro,
Henry, I haven't.
what is it about Henny that just brings out a different side of people? You feel
I
me?
think it's because it's dark liquor, you know what I'm saying? And it was made from the deepest depths of hell. Normally, the darker the liquor is, the deeper you went into hell to scoop it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But when I figure that out, we could throw a stamp on that one of these days. But light liquor, I heard, was also from like the more the lighter side of hell where it ain't too bad. That's for like the niggas who just weren't religious. You know what I'm saying? That's for like the good people who weren't religious because they say that if you don't believe in God, you just go to you burn in like a fire. You go to hell.
Yeah.
For the people who ain't that bad, I'm pretty sure there's like tiers of hell. Like do you think there's like tiers?
Man, shit. I never thought about it,
You're
but
Catholic, you would know, right?
I mean, I grew up in a Catholic household, but I wouldn't say I'm really in touch with my Catholic side at this point.
I actually have expert analysis from Alex. He said he thinks that's what the Mormons believe. And you know what? I think more men should believe it. I don't
Yes,
think enough
go
men
fish.
believe in those tiers. You know what I'm saying? So if more
Not
men believed
really.
in those tiers, you know, maybe people won't cry so much. Because like more men believing in tears. Like if you believe in tears and they're not like just crocodile tears, then real shit can we can make some change. And that's the thing about social media, Henry. Let me loop it right back, bro. Is like
Hold
people.
up. Damn. Hey, did you already drink something already? This man's
Oh
already
my bad.
going off with the fucking Mormon jokes.
I'm just saying, man. My cousin told me more men believe that. So I was just like, I don't know any of those men. He said more of them though. So I was like, okay,
All right.
are they
Good.
Moors? Were they Moors, bro?
Different
You said
time.
they're Moors? Nah, nah, nah. But yeah, man. But yeah, I got off that shit, bro, because like more men were getting me heated than happy on that shit. And
Wow. Well,
uh,
if you want to, if you care to share.
all right. So then, guys, we're gonna open up a new segment that I wanted to not ask my fellow guys if it's okay. It's called Henry the Therapist, Chico Chico Therapeutics. All right, he's gonna open a massage parlor called that one day. But listen here, Chico, man. I got faded off the henny, and I started chirping on Twitter and Facebook, man. Now, normally when people start doing this shit, they do it at the normal times, like 2 in the morning when the club lets out or then the bar closes, right?
Yep.
Not me, nigga. I got faded at 9 p.m., bro. And listen to this while I take this pull. Hold on. I had to relax with a smoke. Uh,
Go.
this was
That's
at
right.
10 p.m., bro. That is prime time Facebook and Twitter hours, if you ask me. Everybody's doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's lying in bed, right? Bro,
True.
I start calling everybody bitches. Everybody was a bitch to me that day. I don't know what was happening, bro. Everybody was a bitch to me that day. I said, yo, I won't disclose the names, but I dropped two last names. Guys, this is straight Henny talking. All right. I dropped two last names and I said, yo, if you're from the so and so or so and so family, man, you's a bitch. Bang. Henry, I don't know I said this. I don't know I said this. Henry, 10 minutes later, I start going on a rant about broke shorties. I'm like, yo, shorty, if your pops ain't pay your rent this month, would you have anywhere to live? Nope. But once again, sorry, ladies, that was the Henny talking. Then I said, bitch, what's your talent other than camera angles and fly ass, sexy ass videos? Nothing. Sorry, ladies, that was the Henny talking. I was like, bitch, don't be calling niggas broke when you be putting your fucking Cash App on your Facebook saying if you like me, send me money. I was never one of those niggas sending money, but those niggas sending money be fucking the game up. Because now we got people who ain't got jobs saying that you need to provide some sort of income. Why am I talking about these topics on Henry?
That's a great question. What do you think, man? Did you have
Um,
to call women bitches, by the way?
nah, Henry. Henry, do you know what the crazy thing is? Is this is where I need Henry Therapeutics. Is bro, I woke up the next morning so ashamed. Yo, bro, so ashamed. Now, granted, let me clear this up. I was calling everybody a bitch that day. You know what I'm saying? Because I was calling a whole list of people bitches, and then women happen to be wrapped in with those bitches. Because I called some niggas bitches too. You know what I'm saying? But still,
Mm.
everybody was wrapped up in being a bitch. My whole thing is I woke up the next morning so ashamed because I was like, yo, bro, you can't be wearing beads on your neck and calling everybody a bitch. You look crazy. What what was happening here, Henry? What was going on that everybody was a bitch to me? Oh, here was a big one. I said, if you vote Joe Biden, this was after I ranted about broke shorties. I said, if you vote Joe Biden or Donald Trump, you're a coon and you're a bitch. Mind you, folks, this was the Henny talking. I woke up the next morning looking at this shit. Like, bro, what the fuck was I saying at 10 p.m.? Bro, no comments on it, no likes. Coming from somebody who I get a lot of comments and likes, bro. Everybody was seeing that shit, bro. So I exiled myself. I
Mm.
exiled myself off of social media, bro. Like I banished me. I said, nigga, be gone. I don't want to see it thee again. No cap, bro. I had to banish myself, bro. So I'm out here right now with a robe in the desert with my hood over my head, and I'm walking aimlessly as a stranger amongst the land of thieves, bro.
We talking about? I just saw you down the street a few minutes ago.
I know, but nigga, that alleyway, there'd be mad crackheads and thieves over there, and I walked through it
Oh,
unscathed
damn! What the
because
fuck
like
triggered this, man?
the
Talk
thing
to
is
me.
they
Like, what's
see.
going on? What's going on in the world of bodega? All right.
Well, what was happening here was this, man. I bought strawberry lemonade. So this is how it started. I bought strawberry lemonade at Wendy's. I spilled it, bro. Next thing you know, my cousin comes over with a bottle of fucking Black Label, and I drown in my sorrows. And we're not talking about nothing crazy, bro. I just walk upstairs Listen, I'm sautéing shrimp after because like I went to Wendy's, I got a little hungry after, spilled my shit. I'm sautéing fucking shrimp and noodles, bro. I'm making an Asian style sorbet, if that's a word. Um,
Sorbet. You
I
mean
was
you mean
yeah,
you're stir frying?
nah, nah. I was saying like I was making Asian noodles and my bay
Uh,
was sore. Like my shorty was sitting on the couch. My
uh,
sorbet, you know. I was like,
gotcha.
yeah, yeah, sorbet. So right, my shorty wasn't talking to me either. So meanwhile, I'm over here like, bro, drunk as fuck. My cousin tells me I'm literally just flipping the noodles, stir frying it, and he said I was already going on a rant, but he didn't know I was drunk. So do you know what? Let's bring this topic to the fucking table, Henry. Is this my fault or should have Alex taken the phone from me, bro?
Nah, bro, this is your fault.
I don't know, man.
Are
I
you
don't
normally
know,
like
man.
this? Are you normally like this when you're drunk? Do you
No,
tend to do? Oh,
no. Well, Henry, I'm not much of a drinker anymore, though. I think I might have to lay off the alcohol. But you know, this ain't even about me, bro. This ain't
mm-hmm.
even about me. We got some fucking topics today. Why are we talking about bodega bands when we could be talking about Cam spooked and nuking, bobbity
Yeah.
booping?
Yo,
Uh,
man,
good looking out.
I'm
I
ready.
have Henry, real quick. I just hired an intern and he just brought me some hot chocolate. Thank you, brother. But yeah, go ahead.
Damn, check you out. All right,
Podcast
so
going.
nah. So yeah, bro. Ken Newton, I I'm really rooting for the guy, but I don't think something about him. He's playing with like some sort of fear, dude, and his accuracy is terrible.
Hmm.
And honestly, I don't think, and I'm hoping he finishes pretty strong. But if not, bro, he might be just a backup from going forward next year to the rest of his career.
It's crazy because I feel like my shorty told me that those same words that you said, you were going strong and, you might be a backup. And I said, damn, shorty, and I think that's how Cam's feeling because, like, if I'm Cam in this situation, do you think the problem is me or do you think the problem is Bill? Is it me or is it my girlfriend, Henry?
Both. It's both.
Oh, so the relationship's not going well.
Both.
Oh, okay. So why is the
Cam's not
relationship not working?
delivering. Cam's not delivering. He's not making good decisions. But at the same time, Bill hasn't surrounded him with the strong offensive, weapons.
Now, do you think Bill not surrounding him with the offensive weapons is because I think we as Pats fans have to finally come to terms with this, and it's happened a few times throughout history. I think we can all agree, right? Now, granted, I was always loyal to the Pats. Henry, you remember when we were down 28, what, 3 to the Falcons or
I
21-3?
remember that. Yep.
And you remember the text that I sent you? I said, "Relax, bro. We got the goat. We got Tom Brady." I'm very faithful, right? Because of that, I used to turn a blind eye to a lot of decisions Bill made, such as letting Malcolm Butler sit during that Super Bowl,
No, that was a
right?
stupid decision, but yeah.
But now that he has the lack of talent without Tom Brady there to hold it together, you know, um, it's starting to look like he did have good coaching when he had the lack of talent, but also Tom Brady was a key factor to it because people used to love to say Tom Brady was a great game manager for the fact that he just throws it to the running backs. But I think Tom Brady's intelligent. He knows what his defense needs. He knows how long he needs to be out there. You know, other quarterbacks aren't thinking that. It is first downs and touchdowns. You know, um, I think this is kind of exposing Bill where it's like, all right, bro, you're a great coach, but you still need some talent around you.
Of
You
course,
know,
because he like all these years he plugs in average players and such. This year, dude, he's just plugging in undrafted, well, less than average players and thinking he's trying to prove a point to the league that I'm the coach and I can make any player, a freaking superstar. That hasn't been the case this year at all. If anything, it kind of just proves like, bro, you let your ego and pride come first rather than actually putting together a decent team with decent players.
now
All right,
question for you.
what's up?
Other than Devin McCourty, I'll give him three. Devin McCourty, Dante Hightower, Tom Brady. In the 20-year span, how many players has he developed and was able to keep from year one to year whatever of their career. I think
Not too
he
many.
takes a lot of
Not too
credit.
many.
I think he takes a lot of credit for that one Tom Brady find.
But
And grant,
he had a series of great draft picks too. And granted, the last few years, Bill has been drafting terribly. Um, I think you look back, he drafted Hightower, Jamie Collins. Logan Ryan was a good pick. What's his name? What was that running back? Lawrence Maroney was pretty good in the beginning.
yeah, yeah.
Drafted Logan Mankins and such.
Logan Mankins was a great pickup.
That
Great,
was a
great pickup.
great pick. But like, bro, you spend a first round pick on Sony Michelle that has no second gear once he gets an open field, and the man's basically his knees are bone on bone. Like it's just a matter of time before he calls it a career at like what 25, 24.
Yeah.
Nikhil Harry can't fucking get separation, and these tight ends he drafted haven't done shit.
Well, we're in the all great kingdoms fall, and you know what the saying is. I don't know if y'all know the saying, but often I wrote it in a song. Pride comes before pride comes before the fall. And we're looking at a coach who has had years of success. And I think he let the pride get to him a little bit, just a little bit, because at the same time, he's still a head coach. Tom Brady was starting to hit an age where he still had to think about moving on. So I do think it's natural. Bill didn't want to be in a really bad spot. But because of that, he was willing to rush things because I thought he could handle it. I think,
Now, let me ask you this,
yeah,
because the plan was for Jimmy Garoppolo to take over the team and basically get rid of Tom earlier than last year.
yep,
Would you have sacrificed a Super Bowl if that meant letting Tom Brady go? So you'd probably be only at 5 Super Bowls, maybe only
no,
4.
no. So I
No,
think that's what it was. I think Bill once again was letting his pride get to him. He wasn't putting as much talent around Tom Brady as needed, right? And like I'm gonna be honest, man, Bill is a very intelligent guy. There's a reason why he doesn't get close to nobody. All right. There's a reason why the Patriots have also been successful. Let's not forget that this dude has traded big names out of nowhere before. Richard Seymour. You know what I'm saying? Randy Moss, we already knew he was starting to go out the door, bro, because like here was a crazy part, and we don't have to get too deep into this. Randy Moss stopped getting targets, bro. So Brady was part of that. There was a whole game he played and had one target.
I think there is more to it as well. Something in the locker room. He was becoming like a bad influence and negative and such.
you know. But my whole thing is Bill's intelligent, bro. I think he stopped surrounding Brady with talent because he was like, guys, I gotta see this man out the door, or we're gonna lose him. I think he was just fearful that he'd be a Brett Favre. We're gonna lose him to a guy that we're gonna be doing well. We're gonna put a team around him. He's old. He gets hurt. Bam, we got Jared Stidham with all this talent that we just went all in for an old guy who got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So like there's a human element that Bill was just trying to think about. But at the same time, I think he purposely didn't surround Brady with talent so he could see Brady out the door, right?
Yeah.
Have a team pay the world for him to get him, which the Buccaneers did, for those years. I don't even know how much they paid him. I'm lying completely off my ass because I
I
have
don't know
no.
if it's 60 million, 50 million for 2 years. So
So
I
look,
think it's
so they paid
all
him pretty
guaranteed.
well. They
They
paid
paid
him
him
pretty
pretty
well.
well. Short
Um,
term.
But I also think he kept the team like this for Cam because part of me thinks two things. There's a quarterback that he sees in college that he wants to groom right now that we don't know, right? Or he's just trying to knock Cam's value down so he could be like, listen, bro, this year that you had, we'll pay you 7 mil, 2 years guaranteed, so a $14 million contract that gives us space to, you know, um, bring some people around you because Cam is still a Super Bowl quarterback, bro. With a what was it, 16-1 they went that year? What year did they went when they went to the Super Bowl and they lost?
Uh, I want to say the 2015-16 season.
So regardless, bro, Cam is still a Super Bowl winning quarterback, bro. He has produced. And if Bill's an intelligent guy, before that injury where Carolina dropped him, Cam was on pace to be better than his MVP season. So
I
the
remember
guy
that.
the guy has talent, bro. He has it. But I think, bro, like any quarterback, bro, you need confidence, bro. You
You
need
need
confidence
confidence
back
and you
there.
need weapons, bro.
You need weapons.
You can't just plug in these wide receivers that barely got any playing time in college or just are not at the NFL level, and that's what sucks.
Bro, no one else is signing Cam. Bill's gonna sign Cam for a cheaper tag. He's gonna get some weapons around him next year.
I hope so
And
because you know how much money they got.
here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Bill is still a prideful guy. If this year goes down like it does, and he wins next year, it could look like another one of Bill's genius, where it was like, oh, the guy was just setting up for next year, bro. You already know how it is, bro. Bill has won so much, he'll get that benefit of the doubt. He knows that. He got to do something next year. It can't be super rebuild because then it would look like he needed Brady. I do believe Bill's on the clock, not from the organization, but to himself.
Well,
He
Bill's on the
will.
clock to try to get the most wins of any head football coach in the NFL. He's trying to pass that record, which
He's balling out next year. Mark my words.
he
Right
needs
there,
it.
Monroe. The first official bodega motherfucking stamp. Y'all heard it here today. 2020. We're balling out next year. Henry, I'm gonna say our record's gonna be 11-5. We're gonna go into the playoffs and we're winning the Super Bowl next year. Mark that. Bodega Band said it. 11-5. Patriots to the Super Bowl. We're winning one more.
11-5,
Stamp it
huh? On November 5th today.
on
11-5.
November 5th.
You marked it. All right, bet I'll remember that. Hey, so you know what I want to ask you, man?
What's up?
Anderson Silva retired over the weekend. Possibly retired over the weekend.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, he had his last fight. Not so
Hey,
good, man. He lost. TKO'd.
Anderson who?
Anderson Silva, the Spider Silva.
Oh, yo. I thought you said Anderson Pack.
Oh, no, 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 no. Anderson
Yo,
Silva.
bro. I was like, what the fuck is happening in this world right now? This is crazy. Go ahead,
Uh,
Henry.
yeah, so I want to ask you. So I don't know if you were such a UFC fan back in the day when Anderson Silva was like just dominating the the division.
Yeah, no, I used to watch it here and there. I wasn't as big as a USC fan when he was there, but he was one of the names that I knew, so you know.
Oh man. All right. Now I was just figuring. Do you think he's one of the goats?
Um, well, yeah, and the thing that here's the thing about fighting, bro, is I think maybe it's just me. I know there's a lot of guys out there who, there's of course there's top tier guys who got those, one or two losses or zero losses in their prime until they turn Anderson Silva's age, and start losing like we were talking about last week.
Right.
But bro, I know a few fighters. We know Jake. I work with one named Manny as well at Amazon. And bro, like there's just a respect for guys who learn that craft so much. I think there's so many guys that in that sport, I think there's so many guys you can say are one of the goats. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly there's tears. Clearly there's tears. But, you know, in a sport like fighting, bro, I could have out prepared you, Henry, and I just couldn't block that right hook that you threw. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's a lot of luck that happens in fighting as well, bro. It's a crazy sport, bro. I mean, bro, we seen our boy get knocked out from a dude who ducked his head and just threw an overhand right.
Lucky shot.
You know what I'm saying? And I granted, bro, he was a good striker, bro, but I think, Jake was piecing him up. Literally, when Jake was pushing, ducked his head, didn't look, just threw his hardest right he can. There's not really you can't train against that, bro.
You can't, man. It's just you know, bro. I don't know. It's timing. It's at the right place at the right time. It's
You know?
I don't, it yeah, man. I don't know how to explain that to you, and
But
it sucks.
UFC is a fairly young sport, you would say, right?
Well, MMA's been around for quite some time
No
now.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
I think the UFC has created a platform to popularize mixed
Okay,
martial arts now.
okay.
Um, I think now it's reached its peak, and it's only going to get higher. Well, every year, man, it's just so many talented fighters are up and coming that they're just oversaturated with mixed martial artists. And bro, like I don't know, a year or two from now, we can be talking about some fighter from Nigeria, Australia that's dominating his division.
So, question for you:
Yeah.
unless we come up with it first, and
Mhm.
anybody who's listening on the podcast, if you guys can do it, I would love, guys, if you guys do something like this, just make sure me and Henry are the announcers. If you guys steal this idea because you guys just know how to move better than us, holla at me and Henry just to be the announcers. We'll love to be part of it. You think Dana White should start hiring writers for these UFC fights, man? Turn it into WWE, but make it a real match when it comes out to the end of the day? What do you think about that, bro? I think UFC has so much room to grow. Um, I know you don't want to really mess with too much of what the fighters do. You know what I'm saying? But mainstream it a little. You know, if it doesn't sacrifice the sport. I love fighting sports. I don't really like fake shit in it. But if we can juice these stories up just a little bit more so it's not like we're just waiting 3 months for a fight, uh I would like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
See, I think Connor already did that, started that, and people have realized that's the approach that they're gonna take to become profitable, to become marketable, sell tickets, and become pay-per-view material.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
because
had
yeah,
it adds
go
excitement,
ahead.
bro. It's a fighting sport, bro. You know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, but yeah, bro. That's crazy. Just to see how much the sport has grown over the years, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, this stuff is a
Hopefully,
goat, bro. He is a goat. I think he is
he,
a goat. We could
he
throw
is
him up
one of
there,
the
bro.
goats. The only thing I wish that we would have saw in our lifetime was Anderson Silva versus George St. Pierre. That would have been the ultimate fight.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't watching too much when St. Pierre was dominating. That was when I was first getting into it. That was when I bought my first UFC game for Xbox 360.
Probably one of my favorite fighters of all time.
You know?
Crazy. Hey, so I was just curious because this thought just came to me over the weekend. Well, over the week.
Yep.
I forget when you and I were talking about this, but something about it was when the Black Lives Matters was at its peak, and then the NBA had taken the NBA players have taken like their own approach by not playing a game, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why do we look at celebrities and sports athletes as leaders for these movements?
Um. Well,
Like,
here's the thing.
is it fair to put it on them as is it just because of the money they have?
Yeah. So this
The
is this is this is it's not fair to them, but it is. And because like here's what you have to look at, bro. Like um I remember when I used to work with the city of Cambridge, bro. I was a youth worker, and I remember being at one of like the meetings where every youth staff inside the city links up. So there's like 75 of us, and everybody's talking, you know. And I remember bringing up, bro, and this is me. This is why I actually like, yo, if y'all hear me out there, make sure you listen to kids. You know what I'm saying? These niggas like be saying some real shit because they don't have a filter. They don't know what's awkward yet, and they don't know, they don't know how adults would react to things. So I'm 18, you know what I'm saying? And the first thing I said was, I was like, maybe it's weird, but me as an 18-year-old, I already know coming in here, if I'm good at sports and stuff, to the average kid who ain't really good at sports and maybe he doesn't have too many friends, he might look up to me as something more than what I am. And we have to understand that just comes down with the job. That comes with the job. You know what I'm saying? So I
yes,
understand maybe some of y'all aren't for that, but that just comes with the job. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen to you, and you might be doing more damage ignoring it than, you know, while you're trying to keep professional than, just kind of going with the flow because you might have to. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud these young men for, taking the stances that they do, bro. what I do just really hope and advise is that these young men as well, because a lot of them are my age, but a lot of them are also younger than me now, which is actually crazy to say. A lot of the great players right now are younger than me. They just need to just make sure they're doing their research and make informed opinions, because I think what would happen is if they start showing that they think just a little bit more independently than following, like, because what's happening is things are marketable now too. You know what I'm saying? And once again, they're part of a greater complex where now also for money wise, there's a lot of stances that their teams would want them to take and whatnot, because their teams would also tell them it's the right thing. And of course, these things are the right things to do morally, but they just have to make sure they understand the politics involved. Because my fear as a minority is that they they play to what my heart wants, and my heart, because I've been through specifically, just bad run-ins with the police, specifically myself. You know what I'm saying? There's a sympathy there. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people struggle, there's sympathy. When I see uh, black folks struggle, Spanish people struggle, when I see gay people struggle, anybody of the LGBTQ, when I see anybody who's struggling, bro, there's like a sympathy there. But I also think the government plays to those um, aspects of your heart and your morality to kind of get you into falling for things that you might not really understand the repercussions yet. And they take advantage that we're young. You know, uh, there's a saying, bro, that I heard that they said, if you're young and you're not a Democrat, you don't have a heart. And if you're old and not a Republican, you're not smart. You know what I'm saying? That normally at some point you start thinking a little bit more financially when you're older, but normally when you're younger, you should be thinking with your heart. You know what I'm saying? So they play to that. That's how they pander to our vote. You know, and I'm a little high, Henry. What were we talking about? So I could get back on.
This dude. Nah, so I was just saying, like, why do we just look straight up to
Oh, yeah,
celebrities and athletes as the leaders for these movements?
yeah, no. So as long as they know that that's just gonna come with it. There's really no choice. That's the power that comes with that type of fame. There's nothing you could do about it, because like at the end of the day, bro, you know, people look up to people who look like them. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to have, athletes. And that's why it's important to have athletes of all different kinds and all different sports, bro, because like, a kid from Asia is most likely going to look up to an Asian athlete. So that's why when the small forward from the Washington Wizards came in, he's from Japan. He's half black and half Japanese, bro. That's that's big, bro, because that's a population that's not talked about over there. So to see someone like that from over there, to those kids, it means the world. You know what I'm saying? So like, it just comes with it. It comes with it. And as long as they know they got to be responsible with that power, you know what I'm saying? And that, when you have a certain type of power, there's a certain tone you can't talk with. You kind of have to be a little bit more politically correct, because you're trying to lead the people who are behind you, which is also advice that I could take for myself. Um,
Don't you think it's a little unfair though, as an athlete or celebrity, that it automatically comes with it, that
Word. Let
responsibility?
me let me let me drop a quote from you, and this is from Bodega Bands right here, bro. The only way that the world would be fair for niggas is if it makes the game unfair. Everybody's in an unfair situation, bro. It's give and take, equivalent exchange, bro. Whatever you get, bro, there's more that comes with it. More money, more problems, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're an influence. It is unfair, bro. It's unfair. I hear people all the time, say I didn't sign up for this. No doubt, but you can still find a way to um not be so vocal and just be vocal when you need to. Because the thing is Henry, do you think? All right, it's funny that you say it's fair. So my question is this: do you
Mm-hmm.
feel like these gentlemen would feel the same pressure if they took the same social media break that I took? Would that pressure be there? Or would they just have to watch the news and finally one day while they're watching, all right, right here, this situation right here, I'm coming out and I'm talking about it. But you know what it is, bro? They're on social media saturated with so many ideas from their peers and their corporate business partners, bro. So these are 25-year-old minorities, bro, who hang out with niggas like me and you. And they hang out with niggas like Jay-Z. and they hang out with niggas like Adam Silver. You know what I'm saying? Bro, there's so many people that for a young man that's hard to maneuver. These guys are still, bro, men mentally mature at 37, 38. This is a lot of influence for these young men being around, bro. NBA players never been through this, bro. Uh People our age have never been filled with so much false and real information at the same time, bro. We're all guinea pigs to this. It's new for everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Money just amplifies who you are, bro. If you're a kid with social media, bro, right? And you suddenly have $1 billion, you're gonna get 1 billion followers. I guarantee it. You know, it just amplifies who you were. These guys got money now. They were just a regular kid playing ball. No one was asking their opinion in high school. It's crazy. Now that you're an NBA player, you're gonna get your opinion asked. But if you have the grind to make it to the NBA, brother, you have the grind to figure it out in your mind, and you're highly capable of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe these gentlemen are highly capable of of using their platforms for what they believe is right. Not what everybody believes is right, for what they personally believe is right. They worked hard to get to that spot. Maybe they should take a break off social media, reevaluate themselves, find something to stand on, and then go. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, it's funny you say taking a break from social media because well, there's another celebrity that I just happened to come across, J Balvin, the reggaeton artist.
Yep,
He
my fault, bro. I'm
recently,
taking a pull. Yeah, yeah, go.
uh, it's all good. So, he recently like posted on social media that I guess he's going through depression and all that shit, and I don't know if he chose to like just hide away for a bit, be in his own world, and I don't know, bro. Like I guess what it just comes back what you said earlier. Like taking a break from social media is a good thing and a healthy thing. I mean, if you're looking at this celebrity, this guy has records, billboards, Grammys, money, house, women. He has it all. And to an average person, be like, damn, how is this man depressed when he has all of everything that anyone could ever dream of? But it comes back to just thinking of social media as this platform that's kind of toxic, in which you have to constantly post something that makes you flex on other people.
Either
And it
that
be
or you gotta post something that supports because like, bro, when J. Cole was staying quiet during the whole thing, um, he got called out by a young lady, and we don't even have to go too deep into that. But like, you know, I highly trust that J. Cole would come up with something to say to shed light on the matter. But you know what I appreciate about J. Cole is that he's a gentleman who thinks before he speaks. You know what
of
I'm
course,
saying?
and it's been
And
amazing watching him grow,
yeah,
evolution and such.
and you know, guys, I'll tell you like Henry, this is a dream. I told you about this, bro. But back when I was in high school, bro, sophomore year, I don't know if this was the year J. Cole dropped this song, but this was the year I discovered this song. So this was about 2010, and it was J. Cole's Simba. All right, and he's walking through an alleyway. It's a music video, and I used to watch it every day at finance class because they would give us 15 minutes to just go on YouTube and shit. And when I was watching that video, I would always say, I can't wait to feel the day that I'm on the train knowing that I'm about to make a mill. I just don't got it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at that time when J. Cole dropped that song, bro, he was signed. He was just working on his first album. So I was just like, this
Mm,
dude is in the middle right now. Like, I've always wanted that experience. Like, that's the experience I really crave, bro, is I love the grind, bro. It's crazy. I don't really crave the fame, bro. I crave that middle. I want to get that feeling, bro, that what's the feeling in the middle where like they just discovered you and now the opportunities are flowing in. That's the feeling I want. You know what I'm saying? Like to now look back and be like, yo, that hard work, not that it paid off. it's paying off. I can't wait for that it's paying off moment, and I got to just grind a little more, bro. I wonder how that feeling feels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I also know that that's going to come with some responsibilities, you know. And
Of
J.
course.
Cole has, I've watched J. Cole grow since that day. From 2010, bro, I was so inspired that by how he moved, bro, that like I said, you can't help and know that niggas look up to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man, and I'm proud to say that there was artists I look up to because of the way how they moved and they maneuvered through life. Because I was going through my mental health shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Of course.
and you know, when I hear the J Balvin shit, I'm like, you know what? Maybe he just has to get off of social media for a little bit, bro. But also, that just shows that it's definitely a mental health issue, bro. Just for the fact that some people do have a chemical imbalance in there, and it just happens every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? They might go months without it. Uh, I'll say this, bro. I have at one point, bro. You remember seeing me at Best Buy? I was like extremely down when I used to work there and all that shit. I was still writing my music, but I was down as fuck. I'm gonna take a pull real quick. But um, when I quit that job, and I would start to like meditate to get like try to focus on my mental health and my health in general. I noticed I was overall getting happier. Found places to work that I actually like to be at. Working on my music, I was working on that shit just full time, and I found myself being happy. And then I realized, bro, like 6 months later, I had like I call it like a depressive relapse. One day, I wasn't thinking about nothing bad or nothing. I just woke up, bro, like in a terrible mood. That shit lasted like 2 days. The third day, bro, I felt fine. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, oh, all right, so this looks like, as somebody who meditates, I focus on just trying to see what I react to. And I realized that I was like, all right, so these things might come and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realized that, granted, I was really going through a rough time, but this also might be something that comes and goes every here and there, you know? Um, and then after, a few months, it happened again. And I was like, yeah, it looks like I just have a little there's just something, I don't know what it is. But now when I get into those funks, bro, I kind of, I'm able to tell myself like, you go through this, this happens. You know what I'm saying? You go through this, this happens. You know, let's talk in 2, 3 days, see where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he's just learning something about himself. Um, but you know, hopefully he's getting the attention he needs and the mental health he needs. Who knows what his family situation is like when you got that money, bro? Just because you're
True.
rich, bro. If you were,
You
you
got a
had,
lot of people that will often just assume and start relying on you to provide
yeah,
for
and
however long.
luckily I was already a little bit of the black sheep of the family, bro. So if that type of shit happens, bro, I'll be easily able to cut niggas off. Yo, you're talking nigga. But some people who are a little bit closer to their family, bro, and they just didn't know how to outlet that, and now they're finally famous, and now they kept those people around. They might really be stressing, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people always say you should be able to tell your real friends the real shit. It's crazy because I actually feel like that's the hardest people to tell the real shit to. You care
It
about
is.
what they feel. You know what I'm
It is.
saying? And when people say that you should be able to tell your friends the real shit, you're right. But at the same time, the real shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? And you fuck with somebody, I think you want to at least make sure you come off the right way. And sometimes when you don't know how to come off the right way, bro, that could drive you mad. That would have kept me in my relationship if I try to come off the right way. And I wasn't
Mm,
happy in it. You know what I'm saying?
damn. No, I hear you. Now it's
Keep it
good to
fair.
shed light on this topic because uh with everything technology advancing and more social media platforms arising, I don't know, man. It's just I feel like every generation is just going to become more and more depressed,
Yeah,
and we often just it's easy to start comparing your life to another person just based on the pictures you see on Facebook, Instagrams, their Snapchat stories. But hopefully everyone can understand there's a balance when it comes to this. You don't necessarily have to post every happy moment of your life to get some sense of validation.
yeah.
But that with that comes maturity, and I think everyone, especially younger kids, are gonna have to go through that, learn that as they grow. They're gonna get to a point in their life where they're mature enough to understand. You know what? I don't need to have Instagram to feel like I'm loved or cared by
Well,
people that
you
I
know what?
don't really associate myself with that often.
Well, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Here's the harsh reality.
Yep.
90, I won't even say 90, but at least 80% of people. You know what I'm saying? It sucks to say, and the reason why I'm saying it like that is because it's called Keep It a Band, bro. And we got people if they've been listening to the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. This was the shit that got me out of, like, granted, like I said, I get my depressive phases every here and there, but this was the shit that got me out the mind state. Yo, if you look around, y'all, there are people who lose in this world. And the only way you can stop yourself from losing is you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you let that shit eat you, it will. I literally just put that shit on one of my songs that I wrote this week after Henry. That whole fucking Facebook shit was because I was going through a depressive phase, bro. I got faded, nigga, and then I ranted. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, bro, I got to get off that shit. That I haven't lost my cool like that in mad long. You know what I'm saying? So, um, my fault. I was almost losing track of that shit. I lost track of it, Henry. God damn it.
God
The
damn,
train's off the
boy. No,
fucking rail.
no.
Oh yeah, yeah, nah. So you can't focus too much on your demons. Apologies, y'all. You can't focus too much on your demons. That shit will eat you. You can lose if you let that shit happen. That's the flame I lit under my ass. Was like, bro, if it happens every here and there, cool. Accept that. But don't accept that as your way of life. You know what I'm saying? You will
Yeah,
lose if you accept that as your way of life. This is a tough world, bro. No one's going to give y'all no handouts. And this is not for you to feel bad about. This is just some real shit because, once again, as a nigga who is down in the fucking dumps, you are highly capable of finding a niche in something if you look for it. But you can't sit there and be depressed if you ain't looking because you're not even giving yourself a shot, home. You guys
that's
got to
right.
look for something. Find yourself something that it's good at. Don't care about what social media thinks is cool, nigga. If you make fucking good wood pallets, make some good wood pallets. If you know how to make Vaseline, make some Vaseline. Make money your way so you can make your own schedule so you could deal with your mental health when you want to. You don't got to call out for nobody. I quit my job for that shit. Is when I was going through my tough times, yo, these niggas would still make me come into work. I was like, nah, bro, I have too much respect for myself to do that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I'm going through my moods, bro, I need to be able to stay at the crib, bro. I be getting paranoid and shit. Nah, I'm staying at the crib today. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I adjusted to my mental health. I didn't have the excuse for it. I made a move.
That's right. Just
Make a
remember,
move.
y'all, always, you eventually got to face your demons, because if you don't, they'll follow, they'll just follow you your whole life.
But you know
Just
what,
face
yo?
it at some point.
They're always gonna be there, yo. You learn to live with them. You know what I'm saying? Never think those shits are gonna disappear. You learn to live with them. And the next thing is, you tell your 2.0, you know, if you ever have a kid or even just a little cousin or anybody in your family or even an older head that's going through it. The whole point of you going through that shit is now you got the knowledge to pass it on. That pain that you used to feel, you'll feel it heal when you give it to somebody and you see them dodge that shit. Trust. Pass that shit.
Amen.
Don't die
Amen
with it.
to that. Amen. But you know what? It's been a good show. Good episode. So we'll end it right there. All right. You got any final words of wisdom or anything to say?
Yeah, y'all. Just want to say bless, stay healthy, keep flourishing, and keep grinding out there, yo. There's nothing that y'all can't accomplish. The only reason why you ain't accomplish it is because you ain't working hard enough. Look some shit up. You can do it. You can fucking do it. Always remember to keep it a band, my nigga. No cap.
Mm. Just remember this: every challenge or obstacle you deal with on your journey is just a life lesson that it will apply that you will apply later on, and you'll be grateful for those experiences. So, with that being said, everyone, stay safe, be healthy. Catch y'all the next episode. Keep it a band. And thank you to Rare Norm for providing this podcast to you guys. And also Monroe, thank you for holding it down for us.
You already keep it a band, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.